Welcome to things you may not know about your Oculus Quest. Not going in any particular order, but number one is night display. If you're using your Oculus Quest at night and you don't want to get eye strain, just turn on night display and it makes the whole entire screen look a little bit warmer with warmer colors. It doesn't show up on recording, but it makes basically everything a little bit more yellow. So this is a cool option for midnight play. Number two is Guardian Color. This also doesn't show up on recording, unfortunately, but you can go into your Guardian settings and change the color of your Guardian. So there are three colors. There is yellow, blue, which is default, and purple. I currently have mine on purple. I do really like the purple color, but this can change the color of your Guardian. So this is a pretty cool feature if you want to customize the color of your Guardian to something better that might be a little bit eye-catching. Number three is voice commands. This is in the new Oculus update, and if you have a regular home menu at the bottom, there is a voice commands thing at the bottom. So if you click that, it can activate it. You can also activate it by double clicking the Oculus button. You could say, "What can you say?" and she'll tell you some options. The voice sounds a little bit weird, but yeah. So one of the features is you can access your Guardian. Now, of course, pass-through doesn't show up on recording. A lot of this stuff is not showing up on recording, but you can reset your Guardian by asking her to do that. You can also ask her to access certain apps, such as opening Google or opening up certain apps like Rec Room or a certain app. You can ask her to open up Google, like I'm doing it here. She'll open up your Oculus browser and she'll open up Google. But the only thing is that is kind of finicky, kind of weird. If you ask her to Google something in particular, it searches it in the store. So here's a demonstration here. I say Google Minecraft. So I was expecting it to like literally Google Minecraft, but then it goes to the store and it literally searches Google Minecraft. So if you say something, I guess, that it doesn't recognize, it'll search in the store. So you can search it. You can just tell her Beat Saber, and I'm not sure, but I think it might pull it up. Or you would have to say open Beat Saber if you want to open Beat Saber, something like that. You can't also ask her general questions. She's not like a Siri or a Google. She can only do stuff within the actual quest, like settings and doing certain tasks, but she's not intelligent. So that's kind of a bummer. Maybe they'll change that later on. But yeah, but that's the only thing about her. She does not access stuff. But you can tell her to so what is weird though, if you do ask her to take a screenshot, she says take a photo or take a photo, but she doesn't take a photo for you, which is kind of weird. But you can ask her to start recording or stop a recording. So here in this clip, I ask her to stop the recording, and she does it. So yeah, this voice commands is pretty cool, but it is limited. Next up, you can turn on or off the red indicator light when you're recording. You just go to settings and device and you can find it in there. So if you don't want that little red indicator, you can turn that off. I like it on because I know if I'm still recording, but you can turn that off if you like. Next up is a pretty cool feature. If you want to know where you are in your play space, go to settings and go to Guardian, and there is a feature where you can glance at the floor. If you look down, it will show you where you are in the play space and the outline of your Guardian. So if you want to check where you are, just turn that setting on and look down anytime, and it will show you the outline. Now it is kind of finicky. It is kind of sensitive though. Like if you just look down just barely at any time in any game, it will show up. But that is a cool feature. Next up is your virtual environment. So you can actually change your virtual environment to whatever you want. As you know already, mine is Space Station. I really like this one, but there is a way where you can get custom ones, but it's not in the official Oculus settings. But if you go to virtual environment in your settings, you can change it to whatever you like. Like classic Oculus Dome. There's pass through. This doesn't show up, but you actually see pass through with your Oculus home screen, which is kind of cool. The Oculus Home. This was, I believe, was the Oculus Rift home screen. This one's pretty cool. I do prefer Space Station though. And there's also Winter Lodge. That one's pretty cool. The only thing is that you're on the balcony, which I don't really like. I would maybe like Winter Lodge if I was in the house, but I feel like I'm open in space. But yeah, that's a pretty cool feature to change your environment. Not that many people use the home menu in your Oculus Quest, but you can change what you see at your home menu by clicking the Preferences button up top. Then you can add or deselect certain apps to show if you want updates posted or videos or stuff like that. If you want feed from certain apps, you can change that from there, so you can customize your home screen to whatever you like. I have all my favorite apps, and the ones I don't really use that much or I don't care about, I have them deselected. But this is a cool feature. Here on Oculus Browser, you can actually go into private mode or incognito mode. Hopefully you don't have to use this too much. I'm not sure many people use Oculus Browser for literal browsing, but you can change to incognito mode, and your search history won't be posted. Just the classic private mode. But this is a feature if you would like it. Hopefully you don't have to use this as much, but that is there. Private mode on Oculus Quest browser. This might just be one of the best features, but you actually can change the size of your keyboard. So I use a smaller one because it's easier and faster to type for me. So the smaller one is good for when you're typing. If you click on the Earth symbol, then you can change your language and also change the size. So if you click on the bigger icon, you get the bigger keyboard that is standard, and if you click on the smaller one, you can use that one. So that's a really good feature. I like to use a small one. It's faster to type for me, and it's really good. So yeah, if you don't like the big keyboard, just change that, or you can change it back to the big one by clicking that Earth symbol. Now with the new update, you can actually take screenshots without having to exit your app. So whenever you want, you just hold the Oculus button, but before it starts to do the rotation thing to reset your view, click your trigger button, and it takes a screenshot. And if you click on it, it'll show you and it'll bring you up to it. So yeah, if you want to take a screenshot without having to exit, just hold down the Oculus button and click your trigger button, and that will take a screenshot. One more thing, if you have your charging cable and you're going to plug your Quest in, if you plug your Quest in, you can actually look at the current battery. Once you plug it in, it'll tell you in the headset. So I can't record it, but I'm going to have to do it with my iPad. But this is going to be kind of a little bit hard to record here. But here, I'm going to have to set you down for a moment. And then you should see oh, there you go, 18% my Quest is currently at. That was a bit hard to see, but if you actually put just your face up to it, you can see. It will tell you the current battery percentage. So yeah, that's an interesting little fact. Last but not least, we have two features here. Number one, we have beta releases. So you can get the Oculus Quest beta for the new features, the new firmware, new software if you want to. Note that it might be a little bit buggy because it is a beta, of course. Next one we have pass-through shortcut. This one, it's interesting, okay? I've had problems with it. Basically what it is you can double tap the side of your Quest and it will go through pass-through to see where you are. But as you can see in this footage, it takes me a while to get it. Whenever the screen goes black, it is pass-through. You can't record it. But as you can see, until it comes back. I am trying to get back, but I'm struggling. It's not working, so it's a bit finicky, but if it works for you, it's a pretty good feature. So double side tapping your request, and you can go through pass-through mode.